My Digigrade Stilts off from a friend, and so I'm doing that. They're pretty basic. This is them. They are based on the designs by Griffin, I forget what her name is, but she's pretty much the one person who wrote down how to do this, or at least the first person to. A lot of people have done it since then. Not much to it. There's, let's see, piece of PVC right here, and that's just so that there's a nice solid brace, because I was using straps and, well, guess what, they stretched. There's some foam that I usually use for LARP weapons. It's the camping foam you can get at Walmart. Right now there's a duct tape strap, although this will get replaced when I cover the entire thing. So yeah, this is going to go bye-bye. This is just for walking around, practicing and everything. It's just held in place by duct tape. Duct tape is awesome, by the way. Let's see. 2 small bungees here. I may replace those with some stronger ones, but for now they work. There's a bungee right here around this because my feet, when they're in here, they tend to try and push against this, and this is a really heavy-duty one that I had laying around, so I figured, that'll work. Let's see. So they are actually the base. If I zoom out just a little bit. The base is actually quite large. I'm thinking of cutting that down just because right now they're a little bit difficult to walk, and I think it's slightly too big. But it actually is that big because this thing is quite high off the ground as far as some of the designs I've seen. Some of them I've seen go a little bit higher, but for my first attempt this was high enough. On the bottom of both of them we have some flip-flop foam, because apparently wood slips on cement. And yes, I found that out the hard way, pun intended. Let's see, what else? There's 2 T-squares right here. These are, let's see, what were these? These are steel. And I drilled a bigger hole through them, apparently not too hard. I had my neighbor do that. They're just there because I wanted the swivel to be right here where my ankle was rather than down here. This right here is aluminum. I think it's 1/4 inch aluminum. Pretty nice stuff, pretty stable, especially in a short thing like this. If you go to the store and mess with it, it's actually going to look like it bends a lot, but it doesn't. Not when you cut it into pieces this big. There's a little bit of a footrest here. This doesn't do much. This is more or less just to give me a little bit more of a feeling of stability. And that's pretty much it. Duct tape the crap out of it, because duct tape is awesome. The entire thing is going to be covered, because let's see, this comes to just below my knee. So this whole thing's going to be covered to give more of a boot-like appearance. And then on top of that, I'm going to put a ton of carving foam and shape it to look like a bird's leg. So now that I've shown off those, here's the actual wing mechanism over here. Keeping it clean. Okay, so this one looks like something out of a sci-fi thing. I keep thinking it looks like a spider of some sort. It's pretty simple. It's just got a very basic type of mechanism. This is the part that rests against the back. It tries to slip all over the place. These straps, actually I'm going to coat these completely in duct tape. These were just practice straps to see if this would work. And what they do is they come off of the aluminum girder right here and onto a nice weightlifting belt, so the type that movers use to make sure they don't strain their back. I have one of those. And these just come up over the shoulder and attach to that. And that will be apparent tomorrow when I add it all together. I've tested this out, walking around a little bit with both this and these on my body, and it is surprisingly stable. And let's see, if I shift it slightly on the floor, there we go, I can show this part moving. And essentially if you move both wings at the same time, so that's how it looks fully extended, it's quite large. And if you move both of them at the same time, it's actually just heavy enough to stay on the back, whereas it's also just light enough to move. So, put that back. And I apologize for the crappy camera and everything. I'm not used to doing any of this, so But yeah, apparently this project is coming together despite the fact that I waited till the last minute, and I'll be honest, I have no clue what I'm doing. By the way, this is made out of aluminum. I want to call them girders. I know these are not aluminum girders, but that's what I keep calling them. What they are is they're actually just squares of aluminum. Very, very long squares. They come the same length as those ones right there. These were actually cheaper, and they're a bit more stable, whereas those, when they were a bit longer, like this length, they had a tendency to bend and flex if you put a little bit of pressure on them. Not bend like bend the metal, but they would definitely, they didn't seem that safe. We'll just say that. This is tightened to just barely enough so that it can go. And there's actually some torque in the system, so if you look at, there you can see, look at both sides, it's definitely not even. That's actually a good thing. This won't properly close because of that right there. And that's because this part right here is small enough, smaller piece. This one's a bigger piece. That causes a little bit of torque in there, but that keeps this whole thing really stable, so I don't have to worry about any part of it bending or shifting when I don't want it to. And what I'm going to do is actually loosely wrap this in some foam and some paper just to make sure those screws are safe. May cut these guys off. Those ones worry me. But essentially wrap it all up and then just attach my fabric to it. I don't know, so far it seems to be working and everything, so. And in a different video, which I will do tomorrow, I'm going to show off me using all these at once before I foam it. So, that's pretty much it. Yeah, and this is more of that lovely camping foam from Walmart. So, see you guys later. Bye.